There's a time to run and there's a time to wait and see what happens. So we are here currently in Austria. We have left Vienna and we're going now to Salzburg. And can we just talk about how beautiful this is here? So when I first arrived, well, I guess like after a few months of being here in Europe and doing the solo travel, I was really starting to feel like I almost made a mistake. Not made a mistake, but like learned what I needed to learn and that it was maybe time to go home. Even though my original plan was to live here, that initial calling was to live here, is to live here in Europe. And so I was like so just in the fear, in the questioning myself and really not listening to my unique divine guidance. And I am just so glad that I waited. Just waited a little bit, just learned what I needed to learn, just settled into the discomfort. And I think that that's the message here too, is settling into the discomfort. Obviously, if it's like not meant for you, you'll know. Like if you're in a relationship that's like just not it, you'll know. But sometimes it's like you're on the right path, but things are challenging in ways that, you know, are scary because they're unfamiliar. And sometimes we just need to learn to accept those parts of the journey in order to really get to the sweet spot, like where your soul wants to go, that sweet spot, that like true fulfillment, that dream life. It might be literally right around the corner, and you might miss that chance to experience it if you jump too soon, if you run away too soon. And so I was just talking about this with my friend here, about another friend who just decided to wait a little bit longer because things around her were good, but she was just like that internal feeling of running away. And she did a tarot reading, had someone read her cards, and they told her to just wait a little bit longer. And then she ended up landing in this like dream situation where she was able to start her own art business. She met her soulmate. She got her place in like a really beautiful place in California to live on her own and create her art. And if she had kept running, you know, life would have looked different. She wouldn't have had that same outcome. Maybe it would have been beautiful in its own way, but it's like, I think sometimes the lesson that we need to learn in order to get to where we need to go is to stop running. There's a difference between moving forward and running away. And running away will never solve your problems. And I know that like me going to a new country and selling all my things and starting this new life out here, part of me was like, well, was this just running away? My problems don't seem solved, even though, you know, it wasn't that. It was just like a bit of dysregulation and fear. And so when I learned to just sit with it and just accept it, things started becoming easier, more fluid, more exciting. I found community, I found purpose, I found a rhythm, I found you guys. As cheesy as that is, it's true. I made my 21-day program, and I can't believe how many of you have signed up for it and have had wonderful results with it. And I'm still trying to convince myself every day that this is real, because before I made the program and before I, you know, got to this point, it was like I was going to just run. I was going to run back. I felt like I ran here and I was going to run back, but I just sat with it. I looked everything in the face, and while doing that, you know, my van fell apart. There were ticks on Arlo. There was mold in my van. Like my biggest, darkest fears are Lyme and are mold. And so I just decided that the fear was not going to control my life anymore, and that I would just look at it and just say, okay, you're here. I'm not running away. I'm not selling the van right away. You know, I'm not running away from the farm because there's ticks. Because I said that internally and I just accepted that like things are gonna be okay. I'm divinely guided. You know, one of my friends on the farm took me to the vet to get like the special kind of tick medicine from the vet after doing some tests, and so that was solved. And then, you know, my friends also cleaned out the van, got rid of the mold, fixed the water leak, like because I didn't run away. When I got to that farm, I was like, like keep going, I'm so stressed. And And yeah, so I think whatever you're facing right now, instead of just ignoring it and zoning out from it and distracting yourself from it or trying to move away from it, like with mold, I used to sell all my things or get rid of all my things, move to a new apartment, like always be running, always be running. If I went to a hotel or a friend's house that maybe had mold, I'd be running. I had to leave, I had to sanitize all my clothes. It wasn't a way of living. I was living in such a bubble, and that can go in so many ways for so many people. And so in what ways are you holding back from fully living because of the things that you're fearing, and how can you lean into it more and just accept what's in front of you? Because when you accept what's in front of you, when you accept the fear, you accept, the unfamiliar path that is in front of you, then you alchemize everything and you allow yourself to move through it and experience so much wonderfulness. And so I hope that makes sense. If it does, let me know in the comments. I am just sitting here now with a friend over there. Maybe you can see her, Dom and Arlo, and we're having a little picnic and doing tarot cards and what's the other one? Oracle and some yoga, and then we're gonna head to the hotel and see what else we can explore today. And so if you want to sign up for the 21-day program, you still can. You always can. I'm going to change like how you sign up in a little bit once the program's over, but we're on day 15 or 16 today. And so if you sign up, you go ahead and click the link below for Calendly. Sign up on May 21st. I'll get your email, and then I'll send you all the material up to date. You can go at your own pace, and then every day I'll send you an email with that day's material as well. And yeah, it's been incredible to see your comments saying like that it's the best you've ever felt, that you're starting to feel like you're really moving towards your chosen timeline, that you're starting to feel regulated, that things are like happening like aha, but also that anxiety and fear is coming up too. But in the program, we're talking about different tools on how to work through that. And so like what has been helping me here, sorry, there's also like a road right there, has been tapping on the fear and anxiety that comes up, has been meditating, visualizing through, has been invoking a high vibrational feeling whenever I do have that like trigger of, Lyme or mold in front of me. Because before I used to see mold and be debilitated. I couldn't speak, I couldn't see, I couldn't function. And now I see mold. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I was sanding mold off of wood, which I never thought would ever happen. And I had no symptoms. And so that was huge, and I credit that to the tools that we're talking about in the 21-day program. So if you want to sign up for that, go ahead and do so. Please, if you want to subscribe or if you want to support the channel, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Leave a comment. Those all really help. If you don't know what to say, just say, "We love Arlo." He's not in this video, I know, but he's over there. So I'm going to go head over there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.